met Jackie in 1980 in Maine, in the home of Berenice Abbott, the master photographer who was in her 80s. She had flown up in her private plane to meet Berenice and discuss the details of a photography book that Doubleday was publishing. I was 23 years old at the time, assisting Berenice to compile, archive, and print her life's work. Part of my job was to cook for her and entertain her guests as well. When Jackie arrived, all regal and beautiful, having already been the Queen of America, and then Greece, and now the publishing world as the senior editor at Doubleday, I was awed, but kept my cool being a world traveler and knowing how to behave with famous people. I made the girls a nice lunch of roasted leg of lamb with a spinach salad and macadamia nut dressing, and I topped it off with ginger tea I'd learned to make in Indonesia. Jackie, who had been polite with me but had not paid much attention to me at that point, perked up over the tea and asked me how to make it in that deep voice of hers and the fully engaging way in which she always related to people. So I seized the moment and invited her back into the kitchen to make a fresh batch so that she could see how it was done. "It's a simple procedure," I said. I roasted the ginger on a flame until it softened. Then I cut it into slices and added it to the pot. I topped it up with boiling water and black tea and added some fresh lemon. I let it steep a few minutes and then it was ready. Jackie was delighted with the recipe, I think, and also with me, and told me she would definitely make the tea for herself at her home. After this intimate moment between us, she returned to Berenice and continued her discussion about the book. Later in the day, I noticed she was clutching onto a bird's-eye view of New York architecture, which was also one of my favorite photographs by Berenice. I told her that, and surprisingly enough, she asked me to invite her to an exhibition of my own photography whenever it happened. Well, a few years later, when I was showing my graven images at OK Harris in New York City, I invited her, but unfortunately, her secretary called to say that Jackie was out of town. And that was my brush with the great lady of Camelot. May Jackie-Kennedy Onassis rest in peace. And Berenice Abbott, rest in peace.